Hi, it is Sunday. It is time for my mental health vlog, and this is my first vlog of 2022. It is the 2nd of January, so how are your resolutions holding up? Did you make a resolution to diet and then found leftover Christmas cookies? Did you make a resolution to save money and then already go on Amazon? I don't make resolutions. I don't believe in resolutions. I just, my goal is just to be a better person today than I was yesterday. And I think that I make 365 attempts every year. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. So we'll see. Took the outdoor Christmas decorations down yesterday, took indoor decorations down today, put them all up in the attic. There's glitter everywhere. So if you hear a little in the background, that's our little Roomba who we have named Yvette. She is going around the house and sucking up glitter and pet hair and dirt and all kinds of stuff. We put all the Christmas decorations in the attic, which is nice because when we moved in here in October, we put a lot of stuff in our massive closet. All of Christmas went in the closet. All of Halloween went in the closet. When Halloween happened and we were done with Halloween, Halloween went up in the attic. Well, now that we're done with Christmas and Christmas is packed up, Christmas is in the attic. And holy crap, I have all this extra room on my side of the closet. And it'll be great for being a little bit more organized and having stuff set away. And that's a big thing people try to do at the first of years, organize and reorganize and structure and spend hundreds of dollars in the Container Store. So I have enough containers. I don't need to spend any more money. In fact, half of our attic space is filled up with just empty plastic bins for moving. And I had 100, he had 100 or so, and so we have a lot in the closet. And we still got rid of a lot. Any that were chipped or broken, we're gone, but we still have a lot. And that happens when you move in with somebody, is you find a lot of duplications and sometimes even triplications of stuff that you have. And I think we're finally to the point now where we've gone through all of our stuff after the move, which was harder on my boyfriend because 5-6 years ago he moved in with his parents thinking that it would be short term, and he put all of his stuff in storage. Well, that was 5 or 6 years ago, so of course he's accumulated another lifetime of stuff. So he had stuff coming from a storage unit from a life he basically forgot, and then stuff coming from his parents' house. So a lot of things we have 2 or 3 of. So we've finally gone through everything, and we've got the garage half full of stuff. And I think we're finally ready to have the garage sale, which will be nice to get some garage space back. We're also trying to reconfigure some space so that my boyfriend can have his own gaming office space. We had a desk in this room, but when he would want to be using his gaming stuff would usually be when I'm in here running my machine, and it's just too loud for him. So we're trying to find him a better space to have his gaming desk right now, and it might end up going in the garage if I don't know yet. Still trying to figure that out. Still trying to organize and things, and it sucks because I feel bad because I have this room as my office / craft room, but at the same time, as my boyfriend pointed out, I work from home 100% of the time. I have for 11, 12, 13 years. I don't know how long I've been working from home. And I also have my side business, which makes my embroidery machine go, which makes money. So it makes sense for me to have my own encapsulated space. He will soon have the ability to go back into the office several days a week, which I'm very excited about for him because I know he needs that social that aspect. But when he is here, it's hard for him. If I go to get water in the kitchen, I'm distracting him because right now his desk is right next to the kitchen and kind of like an open area. So I do feel bad for him, but I mean, there's not a lot of space we can really maneuver in with what we have. Like, we've made great use of the space that we have. It's just, I hate it. I hate it for him that he's not happy with his space. So whatever solution we can come up with, we'll come up with, and we'll try a few things. We ordered a separator track system for the roof that we can install that will allow a heavy soundproof curtain to get pulled. We're hoping it doesn't look too industrial, but it'll be here next week. So we'll try that. Let's see. We already talked about the holidays last week. I had that friend staying with me. He stayed until Friday morning. He's staying with his sister in San Antonio, so he stayed here for about a week. And the breakup that he was going through was nasty. Like his ex is borderline psychotic. It was scary. So happy that he's getting done with that, and that he's in a safe space with his sister. I'm gonna miss him for a bit, but I know he'll be back. It was nice having him here. He's someone that I've been in the program with, and his extensive knowledge of the program and his wisdom. Oh God, he's just so damn smart. It was nice to have conversations with him and really get some better insight into my own program through him. He's not a judgy person. He's not your program is your program. It's not his business. It's not his responsibility. But here's some stuff that he learned that helped. So I'd like to jump back into my program and start working the steps again. I talked about it for a long time, and I've been at a roadblock for a long time. But I know that this is the year I want to get through my steps. Not a resolution. No, not a resolution. Just I'd like to get through my steps this year. For no other reason than I would hate for someone to come up to me after a meeting and be like, I really associated with your share. Can you be my sponsor? And I can't because I'm not far enough along in my step work. And I would miss out on the opportunity to really help someone who I hope would get help somewhere else. But how horrible would that be for them to really associate with me and really connect with me and I not be able to be their sponsor? So I need to make sure that I'm up to date with my step work so that I can be of service to the program. I've been really lazy, so I got to get on that. I'm reading a book right now that, reading a book, oh my God, Jordan's reading. That my boss wanted all of the people on the team to read, and it breaks personalities down into 4 different animal aspects, and it's very interesting as I'm going through it, because I definitely agree with the results of the personality test. Now, one thing you should know about me, I will always have, whenever I take a personality test, I will always have 2 very strong points, usually on opposite ends of the spectrum. Always. It's always been that way, which makes it confusing. But I know that I have very 2 distinct personalities, I guess I would say. I'm not saying I'm schizophrenic, but one being very extroverted and entertaining and on, always on, entertaining friends, and one that's very, very reserved and very introverted, that honestly not a lot of people get to see, but that's just me. And it's not that I'm not being authentic. I just have 2 modes, and sometimes they're very, very contradictory. Like this one pointed out, is one is very extroverted and one is very introverted. And it's very rare for someone to have that high of score, equally high on those 2 different playing fields. But every personality test I've done, that's what I've gotten. But what's interesting is not only am I identifying how accurate the book is for my own aspect, but my boyfriend hasn't taken the test yet, and he will. But it's interesting because I've already pinpointed what he is, what I think he is in this book. And I've already been able to use some of the techniques of how to deal with conflict, or how to communicate with, or what does this personality type need. And I've already started to use a couple of little things here and there, nothing major, because my reading comprehension is shit, but little things here and there that I picked up on, and I think it's working. I think we're communicating a little bit better, but it's interesting because if he hasn't taken the test, and I'm going to write down where I think his 2 strengths are in this 4-strength test, and see how accurate I am. It's interesting. So we're going to do that. That's a fun way to start the year. But yeah, our boss wanted this to get done by the 20th. So as much as I hate to read, I'm actually almost done with it. Ooh. It's a small book though, it's like 100 pages, I think, maybe 80. So, had a COVID exposure this week, so I had to cancel seeing my son on New Year's Eve, or New Year's Day, which sucked. But we've actually found out we were exposed in 2 different places, so we tried to get a COVID test, and Lord knows we couldn't. We finally found some place that was doing walk-ins, and we got there, and they cut the line off. Like 4 people in front of us were not taking any more walk-ins today. So it's scary out there. Healthcare workers are calling out in droves because they've been COVID exposed. They can't work. So I know the Omicron strand isn't as dangerous, but to those who are vaccinated, it's not as dangerous. But damn, it's just like everyone's getting it, and it almost feels like we're starting all over. So it's frustrating because I know that this could have been avoided with people making different choices, and they didn't. So I don't know if we'll ever be done or over, or how many more variants we're going to get, or how bad those variants are going to get. I mean, who knows? This could be one of those variants that turns people into walking zombies, and there you go. We started The Walking Dead. Who knows? Who knows? So all we can do is listen to scientists and do the best we can to make ourselves stay safe. And that often includes the unfortunate and inconvenient process of canceling plans when you have plans to see people. So, and letting people know when you've been exposed. Like, really go back and do that tracing and let people know that you've been around. Hey, just FYI, I don't know if you can get a test, but I want you to know that I've been exposed. So just, doing the right thing.
Yvette has a full bin.
Yvette has a full bin, so she's going back to empty. She's full of glitter. Anyway, guys, so yeah, our first week has been pretty low-key. We've watched a lot of movies. We've watched a lot of TV. We've played games. We've cleaned up the house a little bit. We've undecorated. And we've tried to just kind of social distance as best we can from places and people. Happy New Year. Yeah, what a way to start the new year. But, like I've said before, I don't really believe in Happy New Year anymore. So happy end of 2021, which we had. And then 2022 will be what it will be. I would love it to be better than the previous 2, but my expectations are really low. Especially going into this year with the loss of a major piece of my personality, which was Betty White. Very sad for that. But I could do a whole vlog just on Betty White and the Golden Girls. I could. How important they were to me. Anyway, I digress. I've rambled. It's been 13 minutes. That's too long. All right, guys. I hope your 2022 is starting out great. And if not, you still have time to change it. Check on your friends. Make sure they survive the year. Check on your loved ones. Make sure they survive the year. And remind them that you love them. Check on yourself. What do you need from you in 2022? What do you need from others in 2022? Are you communicating that? Your friends aren't psychic. People you're in relationships with aren't psychic. Sometimes you have to communicate your needs and tell them what you need and want. Do that. All right, bye guys. I will see you next week.